So we have season 5 of Cobra Kai now on Netflix. I did actually watch or pretty much binge the entire season in one day. So I got to get my thoughts on it in a quick video. So Cobra Kai has been an amazing show. One of my favorite current shows that's been around for the past few years. I got handed up to the writers and everybody behind the scenes of making the show of Cobra Kai. Like, they have done such a great job with this series, and really they're fans of the original Karate Kid movies, and they do such a good job with paying homage to those movies and continuing the story, and just the things they do with this series overall is honestly amazing. And with this new season, season 5, they made a great season. Like, it was really hard to not to it was really hard to stop watching. Honestly, I had to binge the whole season in the one day because I just want, like, you don't really realize how much you're watching, and you just keep watching, and like you're getting into it and all that. So they do such a good job with this series. Great writing and great story they're telling, and they do such a great job with this new season, with season 5. They did such a great job. It was really, really good. But with that being said, I did notice some stuff. I would say this season though is a little bit the way it's structured is like just slightly uneven, but it's not like a big deal really, but you could kind of tell there's a little unevenness here and there. Like, what I mean by that is, like, you kind of get these plot lines, specific plot lines in this season where the plot line might last an episode or two and pretty much go away after that, or they might not get back into that plot line until like later down the line of the show. So they're trying to kind of do different things with this season, like trying to fit and balance different plot lines in this season. For the most part, they do kind of a good job with it, but like you can still kind of sense that unevenness a little bit here and there. Now, just a fair warning, I might get into slight spoilers. I won't really make major spoilers here, but might get into some slight spoilers from now. So one thing, while I was talking about the unevenness of a plot line, they remember last season where Miguel goes to Mexico to try to find his dad, really, and he does find his dad, but he doesn't, like, he finds his dad, and that plot line is kind of done by episode 2. So I kind of wanted a little bit more from it, but like, nonetheless, I know they can't really spend too much time on it, but that plot line is kind of done by episode 2. We kind of get another plot line with Johnny. He gets some news. That's all I'm really going to say. Don't really want to make a spoiler about it, but he hears something, basically, and goes through this process of doing stuff and all that, and that's kind of done after like 2 episodes also, and it gets mentioned again later on, but really not too much there going on. One of the things I did notice too was, like, there's not really too many high school kind of setting or high school drama really taking place. Probably because I think this season was kind of taking place during the summer mostly. So really wasn't too much of that. If that's really what you're into, you're not really going to get too much of that. Another thing I was kind of noticing was with this season that, we have Daniel LaRusso. From last season, we have them like, you know, Cobra Kai won. So Terry Silver's trying to take over the Valley this season, open more Cobra Kai dojos. And, we get Daniel pretty much throughout the whole season, at least most of the season, we get him trying to take down Terry Silver. And with that being said, he's putting all his focus on that. And we really don't get too much of the mentoring thing between Daniel and like a little bit of Johnny. Johnny probably does a little bit, tries to give advice here and there sometimes, but like not really too much. We don't get too much mentoring from those older senseis onto the younger students. Not too much really in this season. And basically, with Miyagi Do pretty much closing down, since that was the deal, really not too much mentoring or teaching moments in this season. One thing I will say about Terry Silver, though, he does in this villain. Well, basically, this season, I feel like this season is a little bit more dangerous with the way everything is going. And with this season, Terry Silver feels like a straight up villain. Like, we have Kreese, uh, who was the villain, first couple seasons, whatever, and stuff like that. But and Kreese was a great villain, but this season felt like Terry Silver with him, Ashley, opening more dojos, taking over, trying to take over the Valley. Like, it felt like he's a straight up dangerous villain, and what he like, and when Daniel or another character tries to push at him, he pushes right back at them. So he really felt like a dangerous villain in this season. So honestly, Terry Silver was a great villain this season, and like I said, it really felt like he was super dangerous in this season. One of the things I did like really enjoy about this season was the addition of Chosen. Chosen was such a standout in this season. I really enjoyed seeing him throughout the episodes in this season, and he really was such a great addition. You know, sort of acting as the muscle to Daniel, and just the things he was going through, and just some of the stuff he was doing. It was kind of funny in some parts what he was doing, but like honestly, overall, I did like the addition of Chosen in this season. Also, too, they did this ain't a spoiler because they pretty much made the announcement that Mike Barnes does return in this season. Mike Barnes, for those of y'all familiar with the Karate Kid movies, he was the villain for the third Karate Kid movie, and he does make his return in this season. To Karate Kid franchise, he makes his return in this season, and I don't want to give too much away about his character or anything like that. But I will say that I honestly would have hoped to seen him a little bit more. They honestly don't do a lot with his character in this season. Like he comes back, and there's some things I thought there was going to happen, but didn't really happen that way. Don't really want to spoil too much about his character and what happens. But honestly, he wasn't really. I don't think he was used as much as I would liked, or used to his full potential. Really, I think they could have done some great things with his character. But honestly, they didn't really do too much. Honestly, he really didn't appear too much in the season. Honestly, I think he only came out in like 2 episodes, probably like two parts into this 2 episodes in this season. So not really too much appearance by him. I don't know if that's just like they didn't have too much of a story for him to go on, or maybe a scheduling conflict or something. But honestly, I would have liked to seen more of Mike Barnes in this season, and just some of the things they could have done with this character. They could have been good and pretty cool, but unfortunately, we didn't get that. Like I was saying, I really did enjoy this season. I really did like it. I think it was a great season overall. Just a couple of things I noticed here and there. Like I was saying before, the way the season ends, I'm kind of curious on where it's going to go after this. I like previous seasons. Like I'm the way some of these seasons ends, they have good endings, and I'm always curious on what's going to happen next. But with this season, the ending was good, but like I don't know exactly what they're going to do, and it's like I don't know. Like, I want to say it's very shocking or anything, but like, it's just like, I don't know exactly where they could go from here or what they're going to do. So, honestly, we'll see what happens next season on that. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed this season. A very bingeable and watchable season. I enjoyed it. They did some great things here and there. Like I said, like I didn't even notice I was watching all the episodes. I pretty much watched all the episodes in one day. I was binge right through it and stuff like that. So it's something I didn't really notice I was doing. But like honestly, like I said, great season, great work on this season. Can't wait for next season.